she did leave you, it wasn't because of you, it was because of her. Because a mother sees who you are and your potential. That's why she's willing to invest in you, her time, her energy, her love. Well, she has a legal responsibility too, but yeah. She didn't take you to the fire station and leave you there, or if she did, you made it all right somehow. See, in order for us to see clearly, you have to know how to see from the inside out. Ernest Holmes says, it is useless for those who have never experienced inner seeing or hearing to deny its reality. See, when the men were singing about go deep, it wasn't just a physical act of going deep. This was like allowing yourself to drop into the heart of God. That's what we did Friday night when we were visioning. We allowed ourselves to drop into the heart of God. Our eyes weren't open when we were visioning. Our eyes were closed because we were seeking to know no distractions in the outer realm from being able to see what God has for us to see. So it's not about seeing the same thing the same way that you have always been seeing the same days of your life. This is about needing to embrace the spiritual dimension of your being that is calling for a new seeing and therefore a new way of being. And if you haven't experienced an inner seeing, you can't make a judgment or a decision about what that might be. So for those of you who think that meditation or visioning is too static and you can't sit still, then allow yourself to go to the ocean or to a forest or someplace in nature where there is stillness and simply allow yourself to be with an intention towards seeing the face of God. Now, I've had a couple of instances this week where the face of God was kind of fuzzy. I told y'all I'm keeping it real. Folk were coming and doing this and that. And then, you know, I got this human aspect of me that is like, okay, the first time I can see God, the second time I can see God. About the fifth person that comes up with cray, I'm like, you know what? Cray is short for cray cray. E.g. Cray's E. Okay? And so when folks are hiding from me, oh yeah, they are. They're hiding. They send folks to talk for them to me. And I'm like, I'm not in that conversation. So when somebody, I told y'all I don't do triangulation. You come to me. You don't send a messenger. I'm available. Everybody got my phone number, my email, everything's everywhere. Now, when I had to just kind of stop, I said, oh, now wait a minute. What does the Course in Miracles say? Well, the Course in Miracles says, I accept atonement for myself. The Course in Miracles says, I accept at-one-ment for myself. See how that word is? See, when you are in the oneness, then you know who you are. When you are in the oneness, then you know who everybody is. So there's no one to forgive outside of yourself, but to forgive that aspect of you who forgot who you were, who thought you were less than the face of God. So now, yesterday, when Bishop Michael Curry was talking at the royal wedding, he said, oh, it's not just about a young couple's love. It's about loving one another as yourself. That's the part you need to hear, as yourself. Now, that's making a presumption that you love yourself. We don't always love ourselves, and we know it. Our body lets us know it. Okay? Other people, we were talking about this in foundation class the other night. Other people are responding to you based on your belief about you. I'm going to say that again because you need to get it. People are responding to you based on your belief about you. Now, I get it. Race thoughts all up in here. It's been saying, well, you know, they don't like gay people. Well, you know, they don't like black people. Well, you know, they don't like Latino people. Oh, well, you know, they don't like transgender people. Oh, well, you know, they don't like New Thought people. Oh, well, you know, they don't like white people. You know, when I heard a black person say to me a week or so ago, you know, I'm selling my house because there's all too many white people around. I was like, this is like a 360 from what it was. And that person, too, was in denial. I'm not looking at that person so they don't feel guilty. But, their response was, it's just different. Life is about things getting different. Y'all know that. Y'all been through a few kind of difference at East Bay, huh? You've been through East Bay with Reverend E. You've been through East Bay with interim ministers. You've been through East Bay with a conglomeration of different experiences. They all been different, but you got through to be here right now, yes? So different ain't so bad. So what I want you to know is that what you are saying about yourself is laying the groundwork. So I invite you to look at yourself in the mirror and see yourself in a different way. See yourself in a way that is loving. See yourself as the face of God. Because it's one thing when you look in the mirror and you're like, yeah, girl, you looking good, let's go. And it's another thing when you look in the mirror and be like, oh, the wrinkles and all this, and I'm broke and I'm fat, and all of this self-talk, all of these beliefs that you have about yourself, and then want to get an attitude when somebody say, honey, you gained weight. When you're the one that put it out into the universe. And so when we talk about involution, receiving God, we're also talking about evolution, moving from the realm of effects into the higher realm of our awareness. And that takes us to receive it in a deep place and to be able to be willing to receive more by reaching for more of God. I know it's hard. But then again, it's not. Emma Curtis Hopkins says, describing our good will bring it to our sight again. Describe your good. Stop focusing on what doesn't look good. Stop focusing on so-called evil. Evil is a misuse of the law. They just don't know how to spell. It's live. If they're dyslexic, help them know the word is L-I-V-E. So, you know, you may feel a little less spiritual information when you are whining and complaining. That's what Emma says. But when you praise and describe the good you feel full of spiritual fervor. So a practitioner does not treat a sick person. A practitioner deals only with the idea of perfection. Otherwise, he walks in looking at a vibration of something and get caught up in the vibration of sick. And practitioners are not only the licensed ones, that's who practices these principles. So when you were reading from the notebook and you were like, da, 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 okay, that's one thing. But what happens when you walk out of here? What do you know about the experiences that life has to offer you? Some people got mad on Facebook because there was a picture of Jesus holding a picture of Trump and said, I have chosen you to be president. Well, you know, Jesus is the Christ who sees the perfection in everything that is. So rather than saying, well, those Trump supporters, they're da 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 da, crazy and blah, 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 say, wow, what opportunity is God giving me with this man? Do I get to stretch my spiritual muscles? Do I get to improve my seeing? Because healing is not creating a perfect idea or a perfect body. It's revealing an idea that is already perfect. So we want to reveal the perfect ideas that are not quite evident in this moment. And so when we know that seeing comes from the inside and not from our eyesight, we are able to see the truth of who we are, and our eyesight gets more better. Yes. So Mama said, love yourself. Mama said, act like you love yourself. Mama said, talk like you love yourself. Mama said, walk like you love yourself. And see if they can help themselves from not loving you. Ha, 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 ha. Namaste. As the prayer box comes up, we allow the practitioner to bring your concerns to our forefront, and she prays for you and as you.
So let's take a deep breath. That deep, rich breath of God. And let's take another breath. Breathing all that has been said today, all that's been understood, all that's been released. So I'm giving thanks for all of the prayer requests that are within this box, for all of the requests that are within your heart. Giving thanks knowing that the answer is yes. Giving thanks that this is the perfect time for revealing, releasing, understanding, knowing the truth of who we are, knowing that there is only perfection in the one. I give thanks. I give thanks for each and every word, letter, paper that is in this box. Every one of them, for every person that came by and put their message, their request, their hope, their desire in this box. God bless you. You are the beloved. God bless you, each and every one in this room. I give thanks. I give thanks for this and for so much more. For so much more, more than I could ever even speak with my voice. I give thanks that a mother does see. I give thanks for my own healing today, hearing the men sing. I give thanks for that, knowing that we can recognize and bless one another, see the good in one another, seeing the God in one another, seeing the God within ourselves. I give thanks for this. And so I simply release my word into the lie, knowing that it's always yes, knowing that it's always good. I let it go. I let it be. And so it is.
Thank you, Bliss. So as we move into our time of gracious giving, we do so by seeing more God available. We do so by investing in good. We invest in the divine idea that is East Bay Church of Religious Science. Where we invest not simply in a structure or a name. We invest in God as me being you. We're investing in more spiritual food, more spiritual understanding, and the hands that make that available. We're investing in love. The love that is East Bay, the love of our employees and staff, volunteer and otherwise, the love that we give to the world through our tithes. Oh, this is a law of circulation and we're celebrating. And so we know that all is good. As we do so, if there isn't anything that you have brought to bring, please bless the basket so that you may know that there is something for you from God. Trusting and knowing in that good. As the ushers come forward, we know that everyone who touches a basket is absolutely able to feel God's grace.
It's within, it's within, ever present, all around. It's within, it's within, ever present, all around. It's within. It's within. From within, I let my heart begin to see eternity. From within, I let my heart begin to see eternity. Eternity, eternity.